the great Bob Marley who once said, "One good thing about music, when it hits you, you feel no pain," which is something which can't always be said when we get the credit card statement after our latest watch purchase. In today's episode, we're combining elements of music, affordability, and a little pinch of nostalgia to examine horological timepieces designed for those who understand that ticks are actually minimalist drum loops on a hip-hop banger. Beat drops is your mechanical watch hitting the floor when headbanging too hard. And tripping the light fantastic is falling arse over tit on the handbags left by all the single ladies on the dance floor. So let's pump up the jam, get our groove on, and exhaust every music cliche known to man, as we examine a fantastic range of musical inspired watches. Let's go, scallywags. For those of you who grew up in the 60s and knew the Beatles when they were just the new kids on the block, you probably have a fondness for the days of listening to your music on the radio. So our first watch today is from EOS New York, and it's a real beauty. The EOS Airways pays tribute to the iconic transistor radio, and unlike the real thing, you won't have to change the time by turning a dial like cracking a safe. The Airwaves combines steel, aluminium, and comes in a range of iodized colours, including blue, grey, red, black, and rose gold. These watches are fitted with rubber bands, mesh dial, and white luminous hands, and are packed in a nifty box for the very reasonable price of $267. These watches capture the essence of the radio era perfectly, and are definitely a unique conversation piece. Another watch from EOS New York is the mixtape watch, a striking piece of nostalgia designed for those with a love for the retro aesthetic and its bold cassette tape inspired design. The rotating discs on the dial mimic the movement of a real cassette, which adds a dynamic element to the watch. You can choose from gold, black silver, blazing yellow, green lantern, no not that one, and mandarin red. The watch is definitely a statement piece and is perfect for old school music lovers who will also appreciate the retro style and unconventional design while still being able to wear a dependable timekeeper due to its quartz accuracy. This watch provides a sense of nostalgia, especially for those of us who grew up with cassettes, pencils and a bit of sticky tape. If you know, you know. The EOS New York mixtape watch is a fun and quirky timepiece, but it's a definite conversation starter and a great way to express your love for retro music culture. Word. It would be amiss of me not to briefly mention the Farr Swit Mixtape Volume 1 cassette themed watch. Available in 3 variants of black, atomic purple and transparent, I took a look at this cheap as chips retro watch in episode 19 and I thought it was a brilliant watch for the price. It was also a great gift idea due to the packaging, and it captures the essence of the cassette era perfectly, so go check it out if you want an affordable music themed watch. I've been informed by the company that Volume 2 will include a teal and orange version, so definitely keep an eye out for that one. The Ando, so good they named it thrice, vinyl record automatic watch is a unique timepiece inspired by the iconic Technics SL1200 turntable. Designed by Ando, this watch reimagines the charm of vinyl records in a wristwatch form. The minute hand is a miniature vinyl record cartridge, while the tone arm provides the hours. The watch is available in red, black, and a limited edition gold, and the watch comes in this funky retro packaging, which is reminiscent of a record sleeve. At the other end of the price scale is this Smarty vinyl watch, which is a trendy and affordable analog watch that incorporates a design element reminiscent of a vinyl record on its dial. It features a round case, silicone strap, and a record-like face that displays the time numerically on the left side of the watch. Available in various colours, it It also comes in great looking packaging with the words "I love music" on vinyl, boldly stating why you would wear this timepiece, making it a great gift idea. At $40, it's a lot cheaper than the price of the real thing these days. This fashion watch is for those of us who appreciate a retro or musical flair in their everyday wear, and it has found its way onto my watch wish list for this year. This clever wristwatch from Projects will remind you of the 1990s every time you check the time. This 40mm watch has a spinning holographic effect layer that gives it the appearance of a mini compact disc, with the play button indicating the hour and the pause button the minutes. While many of us appreciate the CD era, it's unfortunate that our fondness for them these days is more likely to come from their capacity to keep the birds from crapping on our furniture. Regardless, we will always have this watch to help us celebrate the twilight of physical media, its premature demise, and the rise of the U-twat era of tweets and tubes. For those of us who want to watch a bit more specific to a certain artist, there are quite a few watches dedicated to bands ranging from rock, metal and hip hop. The Unconditional Watch channel highly recommends the Nixon company. Their music-based watches have a bold and distinctive design which reflects the spirit of many music genres, and they have carved themselves a unique niche in the watch market. Their watches resonate with music lovers due to their strong ties to music culture, and they have a history of high-profile collaborations with iconic musicians and bands including the Rolling Stones, Metallica, the Beastie Boys, Nirvana, Tupac, and the Grateful Dead, among others. We highly recommend that you sign up for the company's updates, as many of their watches sell out quickly and have become sought after collectibles, selling way above their retail recommended price. Nixon's strength lies in their design of their watches, which allows music fans to outwardly express their passion for specific artists and music genres, and I can certainly attest to this with my beloved Nirvana watch. Finally, we could not end a video on music without mentioning a watch featuring the greatest band of all time, and the most expensive of the watches featured today. The Raymond Weil Beatles watches are a series of limited edition timepieces created by the Swiss watchmaker to honour the legendary band. There are 4 main iterations, each with unique design elements inspired by different aspects of the Beatles' career. The Beatles Maestro celebrates the band's journey with all 13 album titles featured around the silver dial and a help semaphore at the 4 o'clock position. The Abbey Road limited edition pays tribute to the band's last recorded album with the iconic Abbey Road crossing silhouette of 4 o'clock. The Sgt. Pepper limited edition is inspired by the iconic Peter Blake album cover with a replica of the drum motif on the dial and the Beatles logo at 6 o'clock. And the Let It Be Maestro commemorates the group's final released album with a skeletonized movement revealed with a UK-shaped cutout on the anthracite dial. While all of these watches were limited to 3,000 pieces, each are still available for sale both new and used for around the $600 mark. So there you have it folks, a medley of great music-themed watches to suit most music genres and budgets.
Would you like to know more?
There were a few watches which didn't quite make the cut, ranging from the sublime to the ridiculous. They included this Ludwig Bullard vinyl watch, which looks absolutely great, but comes in at a whopping 40 to 60 grand on the resale market. This Smarty 2.0 digital watch, with the ability to look like a radio and costing just $65, also missed the cut due to it being more of a smartwatch than a music-specific timepiece. If you enjoyed this video, we humbly ask that you like and subscribe. And if you know a music tragic, vinyl junkie, or someone with a lot of birds in their garden, please share, as it helps out the channel enormously. Until the next time.